Smaller government, lower taxes. Max Abramson's state rep campaign is about reducing the burden of state mandates and spending. From water meters to public schools to the notarized affidavits pro-fishermen are having to get each year. Where your money gets wasted, where your commerce gets waylaid, that's where your neighbor, Max Abramson, wants to take a stand. Vote for him in the Seacoast special election, July 5th. abramsonforrep.wordpress.com. abramsonforrep.wordpress.com.
Well, I'm standing here with Honey Putterbaugh from Barrington, New Hampshire. And of course, you're interesting already because you're running for rep. You're going to be in a special election pretty soon in that district. And that's interesting all by itself. But what really fascinated me today was you told me you bumped into a copy of the Constitution, the New Hampshire Constitution, that's recently been printed. And you said there's an inaccurate summary on the back for students.
Right. I mean, normally they do print the New Hampshire Constitution every year, and it's handed out for free to tourists up at the Capitol, and you can get a copy. Well, this year I went to get a copy, and they don't normally have it. They normally have it at the info desk, but this time they don't have it there this year. And when I read through this particular copy, because sometimes they have interesting things in the back, they have a student summary. And what's interesting about this student summary for this year's edition was that it practically rewrites the New Hampshire Constitution. And uses words that change and distort the meaning of the original articles in the Bill of Rights. For instance, in the Article 1, where it says that government should basically respect the rights of people's property, it rewrites that article and says that government must provide services to those people, which is a complete distortion of what the actual bill says.
And you said there was something about Article 10 where it was making it sound like Article 10 says you can overthrow the government if it doesn't give you stuff or something?
It basically says that if the government must provide those services, and if it does not, you have the right to nullify and rebel. That's not what the New Hampshire Constitution describes.
Yeah. And this was a copy put out by the state government?
In the last year. I mean, normally I've never seen this student summary there before.
And
so
it was
this
on
was
the
something
back cover?
It's in the back of the book, yes.
Oh, but so inside the book, not on the cover, but toward the back.
No, it basically almost suggests that students cannot read the Constitution on their own.
Okay.
And so that therefore people must interpret it for them.
Yeah, inaccurately.
Yeah, well, I would say inaccurately.
And you said that there was an indication that 2 government school teachers had written this, or?
I do not know if they're employed now.
Okay.
It mentions at the end in the credits that there are 2 New Hampshire teachers that took it upon themselves to write this.
Okay.
Hopefully, I guess they were thinking that they would benefit the students. To me, I feel a little bit surprised that shouldn't the reading skills be there so that the children, the kids can read this and understand it for themselves.
Right.
That you'd have to rewrite this and tell people how to interpret starts to become, to me, unnerving.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll look into it a little bit, see if I can find a copy.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thanks, honey.
abramsonforrep.wordpress.com. abramsonforrep.wordpress.com.